Hey everybody, Steve McClure for Indiana Sports Radio Network, and my oh my, this young man here next to me is about a foot taller, and I'm still sitting and he's sitting, but I think you all know Joey Brunk from Southport High School, a 2016 graduate, and now here at Butler University playing for the Bulldogs, entering his sophomore year. Joey, the time just goes so fast.
Flying. We're already here. We're already at basketball season. It just seemed like yesterday. It was the middle of summer.
You know, we haven't had a chance to visit since since basketball season concluded last year at Southport High School, and a lot has happened since that time period. But I wanted to start with something that's near and dear to your heart and my heart, and that is the fact that you are a huge Eagles fan.
Yes.
And the one song that just stands out of my mind, maybe as a theme song for you, Take It to the Limit.
Yep, it definitely a big Eagles fan. I grew up listening to their greatest hits album and the other album, Hell Freezes Over, when they went back on tour. So those are two CDs that I kind of grew up listening to with my family, and just kind of always stuck with me, and always been a big Eagles fan.
What about Hotel California? Is that everybody likes Hotel?
Everybody likes Hotel California. My favorite song is Take It Easy. That's by far my favorite.
Is it really?
It's my favorite one with Glenn Fry, and it's my favorite. It's my go-to Eagles song.
Well, there's nothing more unique than the Eagles in my mind. So you're in a unique situation here, Joey, in the fact that tracing the steps that you've been through since you were a sophomore to a junior, I like to call that period a ashes to prominence again for Southport High School. How do you see all that?
It was looking back, it was a whirlwind. It was a quick 3 years of my life. There's a lot of fun, a lot of memories along the way, and I think it was awesome the way it kind of capped off with winning the sectional at Southport and winning the regional at Southport, and then going on a semi-state, playing in front of that crowd, and it was a really special ending to my Indiana high school basketball career, and something that I would never trade.
That day in Richmond, which IndianaSRN was a part of, and Thad Van Devener and I were on the call of that, I don't think there was a game that I had looked more forward to than that, just because of the way that it all played out during your senior year.
Right, and I think one of the things I won't forget about it was we played, and it was a day or two before. Luke and I went down the street to the McDonald's. We were going to get pancakes because we had a little bit of time before practice. We went over to get some pancakes before practice. And, we had 4 or 5 people, come and wish us luck, and it was kind of something that felt like it was out of a movie. Where we were just kids in high school that were just playing basketball. I mean, we just this, that, and the other. Said, hey, we really appreciate you guys, and being a part of the community and everything, kind of revitalizing the program, and that's kind of a cool, little story that I won't forget, of my journey.
And Joey is talking about Luke Johnston, who graduated as well and is now right here in Indianapolis at Marion University. So I'm sure that you guys remain good friends, even though you're separated in terms of miles.
I went to watch him last Saturday.
The step here to Butler University and the way that you had to go through a recruiting process, but I know that for you and for your family, it was so important to keep you right here at home.
Right. Yeah, being close to home was very important for me, and given everything the past year and how everything played out, it was an incredible blessing, and I'm excited to be able to watch my brother play in high school, and I get the joy in that, knowing that I can be here for my mom and brother.
Joey, in the game of basketball or in life, you're always kind of looking back in a way, but it's more important to look forward, isn't it?
Right. Oh, completely. And I think that's one of the things I've learned from this year and the past years. I'm going to remember all of the good times, and I'm just going to keep moving forward and use that kind of as fuel and motivation to keep going. And that's my reason, why I want to be here and be successful. My mom and brother.
When you lost your dad last spring, I can probably bring up 100 questions here, but he was such a leader of your family, and a great role player, an example for you. A former Southport High School guy, he played at Hanover, basketball in his blood, but so many other different kinds of interests, didn't he?
Right. Yeah. I mean, there was a lot to our relationship. Obviously, basketball was a big part of it. We spent a lot of early mornings and late nights together talking about basketball. But I could go on and tell you stories about how my dad took me to Colts games. I went to 2 Super Bowls with him. I've been to Final Fours with him. We've done a lot of incredible stuff together that I won't forget, and those memories live on.
The kind of rapport that you would have with your dad, not only as kind of a coach, a former player, but I'm sure that you had opportunities to really just sit down and talk about life.
Right. And I think, really after I turned 16, my dad and our relationship kind of changed, and I didn't really look at him as a dad, but more as a friend, and someone that I felt comfortable telling stories to, and letting him know whatever was going on, and that relationship's continued to build. And after in October, the last October when he got sick, kind of one of our things, whenever we'd sit around, we just would always tell stories, and he had a lot of friends coming through the house, so I was able to hear stuff about them growing up in college, and just all those times in between, of stuff that they did, and that was a really neat experience.
And I'm sure that during those final moments, it was he who wanted you to just look forward all the time, right?
Right. Yeah, it wasn't anything, And I think it is another part of it was, you want to be positive, you want to have a positive outlook on everything, and don't dwell on things, and don't be mad, about what happened, but be happy for everything great that happened along the way.
Another new chapter in your life right now, especially with the new coach coming on, and former Butler U grad in LeVar Jordan, Big East champs from last year, the kind of travel that is involved with Butler University. But let's talk about Madrid, Spain.
Yes, we had a great time over in Spain this past August. We got to play 4 games. We traveled all across the country. It was really neat experience to get over there and see a new lifestyle and something different than obviously what we're accustomed to here. So it was a great trip to go over there and kind of bond and get to play together.
Should we springboard into this conversation in Spanish?
No.
No, let's not do that.
No.
I lived in Miami for a good while when I was working at Barry University as their SID down there, and I really had to kind of learn some of the language. Some of the guys that are coming on board with Butler University, some new freshmen, Cooper Neese from right here. I'm sure how the relationship with a freshman and you having been here, how does that work out?
I knew Cooper before we even got here, but it's definitely something where last year as a freshman, I looked at people that have been through the day-to-day life. I looked at them for guidance, and it's something that I want people to say is hey, this is kind of we're doing this, we're doing that, kind of offer insight, because for a lot of this stuff you're going in blind. So it's nice to be able to to offer guidance to those guys, and kind of know what something's going to look like on a day-to-day basis.
And of course, you're going to be missing the talents and the relationship that you developed with Andrew Schravitz last year. I think you called him the Wizard, if I'm not mistaken. And you used to stand next to him at each and every national anthem. But a pillar of strength and a great example for you.
Right. Yes. Yeah, he really was, and it was really great to get a year with him. Spend time with him and just learn from him. And, not even just basketball, but just just be friends and hang out. And that's a relationship I'll have the rest of my life.
Finally, let's just talk about this great cathedral of basketball we're sitting in. You played in one of the most great high school gymnasiums in the world, especially in Indiana at Southport. That's why they call it historic Southport Fieldhouse. And now here you are at historic Hinkle Fieldhouse on the Butler University campus. How much better can it get?
I it'd be hard to top the two that I get to play in and get a call home. I mean, I remember coming to watch games here growing up. I came here to watch Hanover with my dad when they played an exhibition. We sat up top. I remember coming here to watch regionals with my dad growing up. I sat in that corner and I sat in that back corner over there. And just all the memories that I've got to pick up. Playing here over the summer, being here over the summer, working out and all that stuff. So I mean, I came in here with an idea of it, and the memories just continue to grow.
And I see that Hanover is the very first exhibition game or preseason game.
Right.
How about that?
Which is really, really neat. I grew up going to basketball camp in Hanover, so I know Coach John Miller pretty well. So it'll be really cool, get to play them our first game out.
A lot of basketball ahead of you in this particular year as you get ready for a new season and an important season for all of Butler University. But my broadcast partner at SRN, Thad Van Devener, wanted me to share a hello to you. And also he wanted to offer you maybe this question or comment, and that's the fact that you never want to lose sight of history in terms of playing at Southport and playing at historic Hinkle Fieldhouse. But the one comment that he made was, don't get caught watching the paint dry.
Yep. That's something that none of us want to get caught doing. But it's an awesome experience to get to play at Southport, and then you get to be here, and with all the history, and it's something you want to embrace, and that someday you want to be a part of. When there's guys playing here, 20 years down the road, you want to be a part of that history.
Finally, if we have an opportunity now to just maybe give a shout out and hello to Coach Simpson and the staff.
Yep. Hey guys, hope the year's off to a great start with all the preseason stuff, and I'll definitely be down to watch some games this year. So just work hard and listen to Coach and get the job done.
Been talking with Joey Brunk, number 50 of the Butler University Bulldogs, and we'll be watching.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. I think we did